Okay, welcome to the ACS Tech Center. I'm Troy Bedell. This morning we're going to go over starting up your new BD Blender. First we're going to show you how to connect the power in the air and then power the blender on. The first step, we'll go ahead and connect compressed air. And once we connect it, you'll see that you should have 60 psi on your gauge. The next step is plug the blender in and turn on the power switch. Once you turn on the power switch, you should see a safety active light. That means all your safety switches are made. Next, we'll wait for the blender to power up, and then we'll go over the settings on the control. So when you first receive your blender, it will be in the offline mode, and it will be set to easy recipe mode. This mode allows you to add color material to just your virgin, and your regrind will be a % of your batch. Buttons you have on the main screen. The first button is for entering a password. These blenders ship with no passwords out of the box, so there is no password that needs to be entered on initial setup. Your next button is your start stop, alarm screen, and then 3 lines goes to your setup menu. Before you operate the blender, you're going to want to check your recipe format and make sure your batch size is set appropriately. So for a BD 500 like this blender, you can see the size of your weigh hopper, and you just want to make sure that the weight setting for your batch size is appropriate to fit inside this hopper. These will come defaulted to the correct settings for the size of your blender, so it's not something you should have to change. The next thing you're going to want to do is check your calibration. So we'll touch the button here that says calibrate, and we'll go to calibrate scale. And then this screen will walk you through exactly what you need to do to calibrate. So it'll tell you to enter the calibration weight below, then remove the weigh hopper and press next. So right now you can see it's set to zeros. On your weight that is supplied with the blender, it has the weight value on the tag. So if you're calibrating this in pounds, which is what we're doing, you're going to enter the pound value where it says calibration weight. So once you complete that, it tells you to remove the weigh hopper and press next. So the only time your safety switch will not give you an alarm and deactivate the screen is when you're in the calibration mode. So we can open this. To remove the weigh hopper, you'll simply unhook the airline and carefully slide the weigh hopper out and forward. Once the weigh hopper is removed, wait for the numbers here to stabilize and press next. Then it'll tell you to hang the calibration weight on the right load cell bracket, load cell A, and press next. And the same thing, we'll wait for the numbers to stabilize, and then we'll press next. Then it tells you to hang the calibration weight on the left load cell bracket, load cell B, and press next. We'll wait for the numbers to stabilize and then press next. Now it tells you to remove the calibration weight, put the weigh hopper back in place, and press next. So we'll remove the weight. Carefully replace the weigh hopper. Plug in the airline. And at this point we can close the door of the blender as well. And then we'll press next. and you'll get a message that says calibration successful. And if you wanted to repeat it for some reason, you could press next, or you can just go home. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to enter the recipe once your calibration is complete. So you just touch the hopper you want to change the percentage on. You'll notice number 1, natural, is set to auto. So in easy recipe mode, your color is a percent of the natural material, and your regrind is a percent of the batch. So we're going to change our regrind to 40%, and we'll make our additive 1%, and then we'll confirm the change. Once the change is confirmed, to start your blender, you just hit the start button and it'll start dispensing ingredients. Right now we don't have any material in the hopper, so I'm just showing you that it starts. It'll fill the weigh hopper, dump, mix, and then do another batch. So right now we'll go ahead, and if you look here, this button is an immediate stop. So we touch that and it stops the blender from running. The next thing I want to show you is clean out mode. So if you're changing color, or if you just want to empty everything out, you can go in here and manually actuate all your gates, your weigh hopper, your mixer, and if you have a gate below the mixer. So if you just touch the hopper, it opens and closes the gate. Touch the weigh hopper, it will open and close the weigh hopper. Mixer will turn the mixer on so you can verify that it runs. And then the button down here will open and close your gate if you have one below the mixer. So if you're going to clean out an additive, you'll basically want to open your gate, and we'll just use hopper 1 as an example. Open your weigh hopper, and then it'll drain all the material out. You can come over to the side. The blender does come with an air hose with a nozzle on it. You can open the doors, blow all the material out, and then once you get it complete, just close the door. If you want to blow out in the mixer chamber, I recommend you disconnect the power before you open this door. So we'll just go ahead and unplug the blender. Typically, you should lock that out before you access the mixer chamber. And then we'll open the 2 latches. You can open the door. You can use your air to blow out your mix chamber. And then once you're done, just close the blender back up. And then you can re-energize it. One other thing on this, if there's ever any issues and you need to stop immediately, the blender does have an e-stop built in. So you can hit the e-stop, it kills all the power as well. But you should not rely on the e-stop if you're cleaning out or accessing the mixer. You should always unplug and lock out. And to reset the e-stop, you just twist and it releases. And that's all you should need to know to start your blender once you unpackage it.